relaxed atmosphere here.
Superior.
If you can't remember the name of the muscle, it's not a big deal as long as you have your hand placement. That's important.
So it's kind of like.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect when I signed up for this because I am Bowen-trained, and I've had a very small practice for the last 2 years that I really wanted to expand and grow. And I was a little stuck thinking that maybe it was my confidence level in just knowing how to use the procedures. I have been experimenting with changing some of them and doing it differently from what I had originally learned.
Because same as you, I trained 12 years ago, Bowtech as well as the Equine, so the Equine and the human at the same time. And that was very difficult to integrate. And I haven't done as much human as I have horse, for sure. But it always felt like there was something a little bit missing. And so I would either take moves that we'd learned from the horse or from other courses and try and fill that gap. But this has been great. There's been so many moves that I think we're filling in those spaces that we were missing. And as well as you, I thought it was going to be sort of the same thing I'd already learned, but I was really excited to do it with you, right? To review. But there's been so much new stuff that anybody who's already a practitioner should certainly take it. Yeah.
Saying to you that Bowen in Canada needs to move into just a different format, or needs to move forward with how we have access to different training. So again, that was another reason why I came, was to get in front of you to see what your vision for Bowen was. So that was another reason.
What are your thoughts?
I came here, as you know, because I wanted a Bowen review. So I was expecting it to be very technical, and just like when I had trained with you with Bowtech, what I've liked about it is that I'm relearning the moves, and I'm also learning. Yeah, well, I wanted to learn Bowen, so I had a manual therapy I could use in practice. But I'm seeing how it's so much more, and I think that's what's good about this course, is that I'm learning it's you can use it for detox, and you can use it for mental emotional issues, and there's a really intuitive side to it rather than just the technical side. So that's been a surprise to me, and I've liked that. It's been valuable.
The acceptance that it's okay to have kind of an intuitive side to it, and an emotion, dealing with the emotional side. So, well, as far as healing the practitioner from that perspective, I think that none of us get enough body work done. We don't get enough work done on ourselves, and it's just so important to get that and to meet together, and everybody can talk about issues they're having personally that they can work through, and that it's an okay place to do that.
And it brings up that understanding too, for not just for ourselves, but for the people we're going to be helping, clients or patients, that when we're looking at structural or pain issues, there's usually always an emotional content to that. And I've found that as I've gone along, initially I just looked at this as fixing something that hurt. But then the more comfortable the client gets with you, the more they open up. And within 3 or 4 visits, you have a really broad understanding of where a lot of this may have originated from. And then how do you treat this when you can see that they have this pain, but then you hear some of their childhood stories or the things that have happened in their life, and you start to see a deeper understanding of where this pain, which is what we've been discussing, the emotional aspect of pain, where we place our pain, where we put the armoring on to get through.
And I've always used craniosacral therapy for that. That's the other modality that I'm trained in, and that's always been my go-to. And I will use Bowen, but if in doubt, I always have defaulted to cranio. But now with this, I'll look at that differently and maybe take a different approach and use the Bowen more for that sort of thing. Right here with all of us, where you come back tomorrow, but it's next week, effectively, right? And instantaneously. I mean, from my session this morning, I feel totally different. My head's back in the game, and yeah, it's a totally different different headspace and
She can feel different things. Like I said, you can
confidence level too.
Well, I'll let her say it.
It's huge.
We'll see.
By coming here with, for you to have the intention that this is a healing workshop, then so much more healing can occur. Whereas if it's just intended to be a very, teach the technical moves, then not much healing happens. But it's way more profound learning experience when you can have the healing happening at the same time and see that and feel it.
And this goes back to, I think, what you were saying about the kind of people you want to attract into this, whether it's people who are ready for this, whether they are Bowen trained and maybe ready to broaden and expand and not just be looking for strictly that technical reinforcement of what they've learned, but a venue where they can take the technical aspect of it, but really explore it and feel free to use it in different ways.